and you'll see like the button coming up. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to share these slides and we can get started. Okay. I'm super excited, you guys. I low-key worked really hard. And I know we all did on our slides for this week, and I'm super pumped about it. Okay, cool. Can everyone see the slides? Cool. Okay, so welcome to week 2 of Partners in Health Engage at OSU. Super excited that everyone's here. And we're going to be talking about fundraising this week. So we'll talk about like our goals for fundraising in terms of like what Partners in Health is doing, what we're going to be doing at OSU specifically, and like how our team wants to go about all of that great stuff. So again, welcome to the new people and welcome back to everyone who's joining us again. We're super excited that everyone's here. This week we're going to be talking about maternal health because that is a topic within our fundraising goal, as you will hear later on. We're going to be talking about Sierra Leone and the United States and their situations with maternal health because, again, preview for our fundraising. And then we'll be talking about the goals, what numbers we're going to try to hit, how we're going to do that, talk about like what we want to do in terms of fundraising and events, and then just kind of circling back around to us growing our club and getting more involved if you'd like to, and all of that good stuff. So next I'm going to share this video and I'll give like a preface to it. So Partners in Health International has their overarching fundraising campaign, and we are one chapter of an Engage network. So we're one out of 72 teams across the nation that are working towards this, but there's also individuals like anyone who is aware of Partners in Health is able to contribute, obviously, because that's the goal, is to get as many people involved as possible. And John Green and his brother Hank, who were like involved in this and have created like a project to help support the fundraising goal this year. And I think it's like the coolest thing ever. So I'm going to share the video now. He's going to mention like donations at a certain point in the video, and that's not necessary, that's like not for us, but he does a really good job of explaining the situation and like our goals. So I'm going to share that now. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear it, because I know that was an issue last time. So let's just make okay, so then I will learn this. Okay. See now, you guys.
Hank, and over the last decade, the community that built up around those videos has worked on a number of projects with Partners in Health. From Haiti to Peru to Rwanda, we have seen how PIH helps improve healthcare systems in impoverished communities, and today we're asking you to join us in supporting PIH as they work to transform healthcare access in Sierra Leone, which has the highest maternal mortality rate in the world. Around 1 in 17 women in Sierra Leone can expect to die in pregnancy or childbirth. 1 in 17. They die from undiagnosed high blood pressure, and they die from hemorrhaging, which any well-stocked hospital could easily prevent. They die because there is no electricity to keep the lights on during nighttime deliveries or to keep blood for transfusions refrigerated. Or they die because in many clinics there is no running water, which makes it difficult to prevent infection. They die due to lack of surgical gloves and lack of medications, and they die every single day for want of a safe cesarean section. In Sierra Leone, needing a C-section is a life-threatening emergency for many women. A woman delivering at home or at a local clinic will usually find that there is no ambulance to take her to the hospital, and so her best chance will be a long ride, dying on the back of a motorbike. This is a crisis. It is an emergency, but because it is an emergency that has been unfolding for many years, it doesn't receive much attention. But also, the solution isn't easy. It isn't ambulances or electricity or water or medications. It's ambulances and electricity and water and medications and much more, because the entire system needs to get stronger. And that's what Partners in Health is really good at, working closely with the Sierra Leonean Ministry of of Health, they are crafting a plan to strengthen every facet of the healthcare system, beginning in the Kono district. That means hiring more community health workers who can make house calls to people with high-risk pregnancies or those living with chronic illnesses, and it means strengthening primary care centers so people can receive good basic care. And it also means the creation and support of the Maternal Center of Excellence at Koidu Government Hospital, which will have a NICU and more operating rooms, and will also serve as a teaching hospital to help train the next generation of Sierra Leonean healthcare workers. 96% of Partners in Health Sierra Leone's employees are Sierra Leonean, and I have seen what they've been able to accomplish through their commitment to their patients despite extremely limited resources. Even in clinics without running water or electricity, children are still getting vaccinated, people with tuberculosis and HIV are still receiving treatment, but it's not nearly enough. 10% of kids in Sierra Leone die before they turn 5, and pregnancy continues to be far too often a life-threatening condition. To radically reduce maternal and child mortality in Sierra Leone, we need your support. This is a long-term problem, and it requires a long-term solution. That's why our family has made an ongoing pledge to support this effort. And we're hoping that you will join us. If you can donate $5 a month, or I don't know, $50 or $500 a month, it will really help. PIH is known for their efficiency and their effectiveness, so I hope you'll consider making a donation right now. I'm sure there are donate links all over this page. You can just click one. I'm often asked why Sierra Leone, and to me there are many answers to that question. It is the epicenter of maternal death in the world. The Ministry of Health is committed to making system-wide change, and Partners in Health's deep connections in Kono allow it to facilitate that change. But also, when we imagine the problems of the world's poorest communities as entirely separate from our problems, we make a them of the world's most vulnerable people. And I don't want to do that. Which brings me to my last request. Having asked you for money, I also need to ask you for something else. Your attention. The most valuable commodity of all. Together, over the next several years, we're going to be able to follow the successes and challenges of this project through podcast and photo and video updates from Kono and through interviews with Sierra Leonean healthcare workers. Whether you can donate or not, please know that paying sustained attention to the structural system-wide challenges of poverty really can lead to change, because we only address the injustices we see. Again, I hope you'll consider making a donation to Partners in Health Sierra Leone today. Thank you for being here, and as they say in my hometown, don't forget to be awesome.
Okay, so that was our lovely video. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, cool. But yeah, so that was, I found this actually today as I was looking for an image to place in the slideshow, and I was just blown away by like.
Writing's not that easy, but
hey now,
Grammarly can help. This sentence.
That's rude. Okay, I thought I had paused the video, but apparently not. Let's see if I can. There we go. No, get out of here. Okay, everything's fine. Ignore. People who know me know that I'm not good at technology all the time. Anyway, but yeah, I was just like, I was super amazed by like the video and John Green's and his brother's like partnership with Partners in Health. I love him for like Crash Course. I don't know if you guys have watched those throughout high school and college, but he's awesome. And then if you're interested in reading more about what they're doing, I placed the link right here. I'll show you what the page looks like. It's on Partners in Health's website. And this is just kind of like a synopsis of what they're doing, some more facts. So that is available to you guys as well. Again, these slides will be sent out on Thursday. Yes. Okay, so without further ado, I will let my team leads go on to their parts.
All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about maternal health and what it means, the importance of it, all that kind of stuff. So first, I just want you to think about these two questions. And Julie, if you want to hit this link, wait a second. After, then we can see the cloud come up. So what does maternal health mean to you? And what is the importance of maternal health, both nationally in the United States and internationally in places like Sierra Leone? So you can put the link in the chat box for everybody to type in. So Julie's gonna send you guys a link and it'll tell you to type in 3 words or phrases. So you could do like what maternal health means to you, the importance of it, the need for it in Sierra Leone, like whatever you think is something that relates to this theme and you want to share. So the link's in there for you guys, and Julie, you could pull the cloud up so they could see it. Oh wait, that's the one for the voters. Here, I'll pull it up. I may have to share my screen for a little. Let's see. Is the link working for everybody? Yeah. Is the link working? Yes, thank you, McKenna. Julie, is it in the description part of the slides? I know I put it in there, but I don't know if it's still in there. I could pull it up if I have to, but just so you could still share your screen. Is it there?
Do you want me to put up the link once it's done?
Well, if you just pull the cloud up, you can see it as everyone's typing them in.
Okay. I will figure this out. Pay no attention to the blonde in the hat. Okay. Okay, I'll get rid of that. And then I'll go, okay, except for the fact that this is really annoying. The stupid, like, I don't know if you guys know, like, the options bar keeps coming up. Oh, here we go. I got it, Alexis.
Wait, that may be the same. Try it. I made it sign on to get the teacher view of it. So
Okay, why don't you just do it then? You do it. I trust you.
We may just have to send it out after.
Okay.
Oh, wait. I got it.
Awesome.
Oh, it looks so cute. Okay. Let me share my screen.
Please do.
Do you see it?
I do.
And now let's see how to figure out. Oh, here. Present. Feel free to keep adding to them. I'll give like another minute and then we'll discuss. All right, so I think everyone's good. So I hope everyone's had a chance to read these and look at these. These are all really, really good answers. I think the big ones stuck out to me. We could all, like, if you guys want to talk about one that you wrote and why you said it, we can. But to me, the ones that stood out a lot were indicator of national health. We'll talk about that a little more later. But that it's a huge indicator of maternal health, like what that means for the health of a nation as a whole. Also, of course, healthy babies and healthy moms, of course, both mental and physical. Also, education is a really good one. I feel like that's how we're going to start the whole movement, is by educating people and getting the word out and making it clear like what this really means, like that video we just watched. So I think that education is a huge part of it, because that's what's going to allow us to make this change. Underfunded, of course, underutilized. These are all really, really good answers. This is a really nice graphic. I could send this out Julie will send that in the email, but these are all really, really good ones. Just want to get you guys thinking. So now, Julie, if you want to share your screen, I'll go over to the next slide. Okay, so I just basically summed up my thoughts on maternal health and like just a little research on it. So maternal health refers to the mother's physical and mental well-being during pregnancy, at childbirth, and in the postnatal period. So it's not just while they're pregnant and just not at childbirth, it's also the period after, when the baby's first everything, all the beginning phases of the development of an infant. So it really is really important because has such a significant impact on the child's life and the mother as well. So I think it just shows the importance of it. And like I said before, contributes to her ability to properly care for her child and her other children. And this is a huge indicator of overall population health that we mentioned before, because as we know, infant mortality is a very popular indicator that a lot of epidemiologists and public health professionals use to measure a population's health. So if the mother isn't able to properly care for her children, then the infant mortality rate is going to skyrocket. And that's when we have serious problems. So it's more about preventing and more about educating than just you can't just really just like give a medicine and that's fix the situation. That's not the kind of situation that we're in. So now it's more about educating and showing everyone the importance of improving maternal health for children and for adults. And finally, maternal health is reflective of mother's status, access to healthcare, and the responsiveness of the healthcare system that she's a part of. So it also really just shows that the determinants of health, like we always talk about in all our public health classes and what we always talk about in our meetings, like access to care is just so important, and you see this in every phase in every section of healthcare. So it's really important that we realize that maternal health is also dependent on these factors. Like you mentioned in the video, that most of them don't even have access to an ambulance to bring them to the hospital. Same thing like that. Just responsiveness and access are two huge roles in maternal health and how we improve maternal health for the future.
So I'm going to start talking about maternal health in Ohio, and then switch to the United States, and then compare that with the maternal health situation in Sierra Leone. So I just have a few statistics about some maternal health outcomes in Ohio. So in 2018, 135,134 babies were born, and the maternal mortality rate was 14.1 for 100,000 live births, and that's lower than the national average, and we can compare that. But over half of the pregnancy-related deaths between 2012 and 2016 could have been prevented. And I think that's a very important, fact, that a lot of this can be solved. This is a very treatable issue in our society, and a lot of it has to do with, as Alexis was saying, access and responsiveness to care and what that looks like for each mother. And there's a lot of health disparities based on race in maternal health, and this is an issue that's very prominent in Franklin County as well, as it is in the entire state of Ohio. And I found that Black women are about 2.5 times more likely to die from a pregnancy-related complication than white women. And to me, that's very alarming, considering this is 2020 and we're still struggling with very evident racial health disparities. And this again can be very much alleviated in a way. So now we're going to look at maternal health in the United States. Julie, can you go back one? Okay. So I thought it was important to talk about access to care. So about 25% of women start care late in pregnancy or do not have the recommended number of prenatal visits. And this is very vital in determining the outcome of a pregnancy for the mother and the child as well. So that's a decent amount of pregnant women who aren't getting the adequate care, or they don't have access to get the adequate care that they need. And there are, again, disparities in access and quality of care based on race and ethnicity. I mean, there are disparities based on like socioeconomic status and education, but race and ethnicity is very prominent. And the overall rate of maternal mortality in 2018 was 17.4 deaths per 100,000 live births. And also, this is important to note that we did not achieve our Healthy People 2020 goal of reducing the maternal mortality rate, sorry, by 10%. And these goals, I think, were set like the early 2000s. I know I've talked about them in a few of my classes, and it just shows like how the United States isn't really performing the way we should in terms of maternal mortality. And comparatively to like countries with similar like GDPs of us, and populations, we really are falling behind in that. Like a lot of countries have a lot lower maternal mortality rate than we do. And I thought this was interesting too, to compare like the highest and lowest maternal mortality rates. So Kentucky had the highest of 40.8, which I thought was crazy. And Illinois had 9.7 per 100,000. And I just thought this was an interesting little graphic. There's a lot on here, but if you look at the like racial disparities in health outcomes, it shows like it puts like an image to like health disparities. I mean, it's just a number, but still it comparatively shows you. And yeah, the United States did not meet our target for decreasing maternal mortality, but a lot of other countries did. And I think it's interesting to note, like the United States, like we think we're like doing so great, but like, and we are in a lot of ways, but also there are other countries like Iran who are like achieving their maternal mortality goals, and we have to ask ourselves, why aren't we doing that? And then we can look at Sierra Leone. The video with John Green did a great job of explaining the situation of maternal health in Sierra Leone, but it does have like the highest maternal mortality rate of about 1,360 deaths per 100,000 live births, and that's alarming. When I like was doing research on this, I was surprised that it was that high compared to like the United States, which is 17.4. And granted, our situations economically and systemically are very different, but that's still a lot of women that are dying during childbirth or due to complications after. And in the video, John Green touched on this also, that access to care is a huge barrier, and there are large rural areas without hospitals or skilled medical professionals to help them, to help mothers deliver their children. Even if they can't like get to a hospital, there's not really anyone else around to help them. And bleeding is a huge problem for mothers after birth, like especially in those rural areas. They don't have good access to proper resources needed to stop the bleeding, or like John Green said, like water, which is such a simple thing, but it prevents infection and does a lot of great things. And there are interventions by international aid organizations like UNICEF and the EU getting involved also, and of course PIH, and that aim to train more maternal health workers and build more adequate facilities in each district in Sierra Leone. And so this is sort of where we step in with the fundraising side of things.
Hi, so Partners Health is doing, I'm gonna talk about what Partners Health is doing specifically in Sierra Leone to help with this issue. So they are currently supporting, along with the government, 6 health facilities. And in the Kono district, which they mentioned in the video, that's one of the poorest districts they have, and it's really been like ravaged by civil war and a lot of other issues. And there's a specific unit in the government hospital there that Partners Health has been like really working on to improve maternal health. So now, thanks to Partners in Health, the facility has 24-hour electricity so that they can do C-sections all night, a blood bank to help with post-birth hemorrhaging, and then a properly stocked pharmacy. They're also working on providing more training, and they also added maternal waiting homes and an ambulance system to help like fix a lot of those problems that they're experiencing. And thanks to their work, and Partners Health helped to reduce the stillbirth rate by 50% at that government hospital, and there has been an increase of 52% more of mothers being treated at the hospital, and they've been able to have the resources to do it properly. So that is where we come in, and I'm the fundraising chair for this year. And basically, as engaged chapters, we are working to raise money to help support maternal health in Sierra Leone and help support all the good work that Partners Health is doing, and to make sure that they continue to have electricity and blood and all of those like basic essentials that they should have anyways. So as our chapter this year, we are trying to raise around $1,500, and we're obviously like, this is our goal. We understand like with the pandemic and lots of other things changing, you know, we're gonna see how it goes. And our other goal is to have each of us to have at least 5 different donors to help expand our network and stuff like that, and to get more people to know about Partners in Health. And then overall, like our network of engaged chapters, all 72 of our teams, we're working together to try and raise $100,000 for the campaign this year, which would be really cool. And they're also hoping to have like over 3,000 donors contribute. So Julie, do you want to talk about this or? Okay. Well, we're gonna spend a little bit of time like brainstorming some of our ideas we have to try to raise some money for Partners in Health. Obviously, like a lot of things are different this year with the pandemic and like mass gathering and stuff. Usually, like the big thing that we would do as an engaged chapter would host like a big 5K. We can't really do that like in person right now. And I put a couple of like my ideas so far, but if anyone else has anything you want to discuss, we can talk about that. But so one of my ideas I was talking about was doing like the football squares or like NFL squares, because you can do that all virtually and remotely, depending on who's playing this year and what games are happening. And then also talking about doing like virtual either like delivery for food, we talked about this in another club I'm in, but having like people order like donuts and we would like run into people's houses or dorms and stuff and try to do contactless delivery, and then potentially selling food on the Wex, and also doing raffle baskets, like bingo boards, all that jazz. But those are some ideas we're working with right now. But if anybody else has any other thoughts or ideas?
I was thinking maybe we could do like a chapter-wide GoFundMe or something, and like that video that that Julie showed before was a great video. I think if someone watched that, like, there's no way they're not going to want to participate. Maybe like put the GoFundMe with like that video and like a brief description of what we're trying to do. Mm-hmm. If we all like share it in like our social media, then I feel like we'll get like a decent amount of people like at least looking at it, and like even if they can't donate, at least like aware of the situation, and like again like the education side of it, you know, they become informed about what's really going on and how they can help, maybe not financially, but maybe they want to get involved like on our side or something.
Also, the link is in the chat if anyone wants to like just type it themselves too. Feel free to like full send, type it in, speak up, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, so I just want to make sure I like get down what you said, Alexis. I was like, so like a GoFundMe, but like having like the educational elements there too with like the video and stuff. Okay, cool. I'll share one that I spoke with the team leads about prior. My parents belong to this country club, and I know they are still currently doing fundraisers, like even with COVID. And I know they're like, well, in my head, they're using proper social distancing, so they've adapted to that to a certain extent. And I think because they've had successful fundraisers during COVID, I think that would be a viable option for us to do as well, because I know that, like for one of them, they were just raising money for like some kid to go like play on the PGA, which is like cool, but like not like really changing the world. And they raised like $15,000 for that. So I'm like, okay, if you guys can raise $15,000 for someone to go hit golf balls, like I feel like we could kick butt. So that was something I was thinking about. And I know like the country club is in Cincinnati. So that's something where one with COVID, it could definitely be virtual and like more easily accessible for people if they're planning on staying in Columbus. And like I go back and forth to Cincinnati all the time, so I wouldn't mind like being like an in-person person, and like I could take people with me. But that's just like the idea that I kind of had that I wanted to like throw out there. I'll just.
Adding to that, maybe like it'd be cool if we could have a video, like we can make a video as engaged chapter and have it played at the fundraiser in addition to the John Green video. So like even if we can't all be there, like they can see our faces and know like who like is putting this on. So maybe we could do that too.
I think we should do that anyway. I like that.
Oh, we could, I just thought about this 'cause I got an email from Partners in Health, but they're like selling face masks if you like pay monthly to their pledge. So we could like sell masks or like buttons or I don't know, something people would buy or something like that too.
Yeah, like stickers are really popular.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Aya, you could draw our sticker.
Okay. 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 Now for like the face mask thing, would Partners in Health, so like, are you thinking like we promote what they're doing or we do our own version of that?
I think do our own version because I think like the one I got the email about was like just a general campaign. So like I mean we could also like anyone else could, they're kind of cool, they have like Partners in Health on them, but we could just make like our own and like tie-dye them or like not have them be or be like Ohio State related or something.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to get like donated masks, but I'm sure we could do that.
Yeah, no.
Okay, cool. And then for the stickers as well, I don't know like if anyone knows of like options for that, because like my goal for us is to not spend money in order to make money. Like I know that's how business is, like, oh, you gotta spend money to make money, but I'm like, I don't want to do that. But if anyone has like who's had the sticker thing, like what is their?
That was me. It's possible to make like, I think on Redbubble, if you can make your like an account for the club, then like the money goes right to like that account, and like Redbubble does everything else for free. Like they make all the stickers and everything, and then you just put in a certain percentage of like the sticker price that you want back. So I guess you could just like direct people to that link, and then all the money just goes right to us.
That's awesome. See, I had no idea about that. So thank you for sharing. That's so cool. I love that. And I love stickers too. So like I would definitely buy like 7. My friend and I made stickers over the summer with like literally like printed off like an image and then put like tape on both sides, and I made a Partners in Health one because I'm cool. But it like got ruined. But like I love stickers. So yes, great idea. Cool. K-Mas, what else?
I mean, we could technically do bullying somewhere. I mean, it has to be contactless. So we could do like maybe like someone's Venmo or something and just like, I don't know. I mean,
Wait, you cut out the first part cut out for me. What'd you the first
we could like they do bullying and stuff. And, like we could do it with the masks or the stickers and like give people the option just to like donate without buying something. Like on the Oval or something. I don't really know what the rules are with COVID, but we could look into it.
Okay. Okay, yeah, and we could figure out how to set up a Venmo. I'll talk to the like our team coach about Venmo situations because they might have like some weird thing. I'll make a note to myself about that. Her name is Annam. She's amazing. She's from Texas. Okay. What else? I'll try and think of some stuff too.
For that, someone said something like the 5K and how we can't technically really do that, but my dad was like part of this, he was part of Pelotonia this summer and they couldn't do the ride in person obviously, so he like put out a big post everywhere and said like for every $1 I get donated, I'll ride like X amount of miles, so we could do something like that. I don't know if we're runners here, but
Katie, do you want to talk about Strides in Solidarity?
Yeah, no, we could definitely look into that. Because I saw a lot of like the bike races and stuff going virtual, so I could do more research on that and like the rules. But yeah, we could run or like bike, or some of us can swim or something. Just that's a good idea to like get people involved too. And raise awareness. So yeah, I definitely want to, it'd be cool to like keep doing, like, 'cause that's like their engaged, like one of their signature events that they do like on college campuses. So
Yeah, and like I run, and part of me is like, oh God, my family would donate like $100 just to like make me run 20 miles or something. Oh, that'd be so fun, you guys. That'd be so fun.
Yeah, McKenna, I was thinking the same thing. I think that'd be fun too to like, I don't know if we could like make some like publicity thing about it. Like, hey, we're dedicated to this. Like, we'll run like however much or like bike however much, like
Yeah.
or something. I think that'd be a cool thing too.
We could also
Kind
do.
of get the word out.
Oh, sorry, Marissa. We could also do. I'm sure like you guys have seen when people like on their Instagram story will do like, can I Venmo request you $5 or $3, and it's like if they like hit it or whatever, like then you could like request them just like to fundraise, like to raise extra money. That'll go right to us without any effort at all. We could like make a poster for that, or like share the Sierra Leone video or something on our like social media just to get the word out a little more. Or even like we could share the GoFundMe page. So
Yeah, I really like that idea too. I feel like outside of like whatever event we decide to do, we can still just do like random fundraising, like asking our parents or like, yeah, that's a great idea. And we're allowed to like do whatever we want on our social medias as long as we're like not wild. Okay, video sharing. Okay, cool. And then again, like, well, I guess everything, we should at least plan to have a virtual option. So like maybe we could do like, oh gosh, what are they called? Like a keynote speaker event or something, and like at the end we could like have an opportunity for people to like donate. I can't think of like a way to make it and it like a fundraising event though. Like we'll just do a keynote speaker event anyway. But my thing is like if we have multiple events, like we run the risk of like asking the same person multiple times, and like that could be like some people might be willing to donate multiple times, but then other people are like, eh. So
I think going off of that, we could combine a bunch of these things. So for example, like randomly, if you're gonna do like a raffle or like tabling or like selling face masks, we could advocate for that on our social media and give people the option to donate right there at the moment. Or we could share the link with the GoFundMe while we're advertising for the other stuff. So I feel like we could combine a bunch of these just to make it like more efficient and like more options. So instead of like the same person donating every single time with a thing, they just donate more money, or like they buy a mask and a sticker and they donate $5, you make more money than you would having to ask them each separate time every week. You know what I mean? So if you just do it all at once, I feel like people are more likely to contribute rather than asking for money like on a daily basis.
I love that. That is so smart. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay. So I'm thinking that I'm thinking like definitely setting up a GoFundMe would be like a really good idea regardless of what we do, because then we can put all of the like money we get from like masks or stickers or like anything just straight into that, and people can like see the like accumulated value. And I feel like it'd be a really good resource for that too. I'll have to see if we're like allowed, but I don't know why we wouldn't be. But like I really like the like combination thing, Alexis. That's really cool.
And I think like it'd be cool to do like stickers and things like that, because then like people buy it and then like they can see it, like, and like more people will see it and maybe they'll ask about it. I feel like if we can get like someone who's if anyone here is very artistic and like good with design, like please, that'd be so. I just think that'd be cool. Also, I really want a sticker, so.
Yeah, we could do like.
Yeah. We can have Aya do this. I know Aya from, she's my roommate, but she is very artistic and would make great stickers. And we could do like partners in health ones. We can also do just like general, like, I like the healthcare as a human right, or like public health sayings, and maybe some like Ohio State ones too, to like have a more wide appeal. I think that's a good idea, and that's like low cost to us and everything.
Yeah, I'd be happy to design some stickers. I've designed a couple for one of my other clubs, so I can show you what I've like already done, and we can maybe adapt those, or just like create new ideas.
Yes.
I don't. Oh, sorry. Another thing I was thinking, like this isn't like directly related to fundraising, but just in general, like if any of like the staff members is like has connection to Sierra Leone, like we could have like a community night and have like a speaker come and just like talk about, I don't know, whatever, or like have someone else like in the College of Public Health talk and have like a community night kind of related to this, or like maternal health or something.
Okay, let's see. I feel like I heard a weird sound and I don't know what it was. Did anyone else hear like a
Julie,
weird?
I don't think you're right. One.
Huh?
In general, a community about staff members or community members in the community.
You guys, I'm so blonde right now. Okay, what was I trying to say? Oh, got it. I was so busy listening, my like fingers were just like time. LOL. Okay, good. Does that sound the community? Wait, that's not even you guys. Okay. That sounds more like English. That's good. Okay, I wrote that down. Good job, Julie. All right, what else? Okay, Cisse, I'm kind of gonna call you out here for a second, and if you choose not to, like that's okay. But if I remember correctly, Cisse, are you from Sierra Leone?
Yes, I'm from Sierra Leone.
Is there anything you would like to add to the discussion? Because like I have absolutely zero knowledge in terms of like actually having ever been to Sierra Leone. I don't know if anyone else.
I like to really thank you guys for really taking your time, your efforts, and it's just saying like you guys so interested in the country just makes me so happy.
In terms of fundraising ideas, like
yeah,
of course we're happy to.
Absolutely. I think the GoFundMe is a great idea. I love it.
Okay.
Was there anything in specific that you're wanting me to, talk about, or just in general?
Well, so like how Marissa mentioned, like having a community like night event about like staff members coming to speak. I was like thinking even like Cisse, if you would be like interested or comfortable or like know anyone who would like be willing and like interested in speaking, just because like again I've personally never been to Sierra Leone, and you have like such different experience than like myself or others possibly, if that's like something you would be like interested in doing or like know someone.
I will be absolutely excited to be part of it. It really just depends on the day as well. I'm only doing 2 days at the hospital, and I have to keep a minimum of 20 hours to be working there. So any day other than Monday and Fridays, I can come in at any time.
Okay, and like I think based on like current case and like positivity rates, it's probably gonna have to be like online anyway. But we can definitely work around with your schedule as we like start to plan that better. And that's something I think Alexis is definitely gonna work on, as she's like she's the community building and education leader. So I'm sure like all of us will work together to get closer and like plan that more specifically, since like Marissa thought of it, and I'm sure Katie will think of some fundraising amazing thing. So we'll all like work together to make it awesome. But cool. Okay, any other fundraising brainstorming ideas for anyone?
The GoFundMe sounds really great because it's a lot of us, and each of us can actually share it at different places. It could be on Facebook, on Instagram. So that's the only idea I can think of right now.
Okay. And so for everyone in the meeting, the goal that myself and the team leads had was to kind of narrow it down to our top 3 in terms of like the larger event And so then like we'll figure out on like maybe one or even two that we're gonna commit to and start planning. But for like the purpose of this meeting, we'd like to just narrow it down to like our top choices. So does anyone like want to, or maybe we could like do it in the chat even to kind of like streamline things. But like maybe like comment your top 3 choices, 3 to 5, and I'll like highlight them. If someone's talking, I can't really hear them. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It was me.
Okay. Okay, so we've got Strides in Solidarity, GoFundMe, and stickers, and the 5K.
Yeah.
Stickers! Yes! Okay. Honestly, you guys, I'm super hype about the stickers too. Thank you so much, Aya, for like commenting that. Is that how you say your name, Aya? Okay, cool. I want to make sure because sometimes I'm not good at it. Okay. Social media campaign, the running and the stickers, social media, Strides in Solidarity, GoFundMe, social media, okay, cool. Okay. I'll give it like 30 more seconds. But first, okay, so I think we're gonna do the stickers if I had to go off of that. I think that'll be like for sure one of the top 3, but like probably very likely to happen. And then the 5K or like Pelotonia running theme thingy. Okay, and then it looks like the other really popular one is like the social media GoFundMe. Okay, and like the country club is like a possibility. I'll put that over here. I'll do only.
Having the country club fundraiser online could actually be more beneficial because people who wouldn't even usually go or like feel comfortable going could still donate online. So maybe like you could have like be in person with an online option for people at home. Like so even people at the country club, if they don't want to necessarily come out and like risk being exposed, they still have the option to donate and like watch the fundraiser from online. And then
okay. Yeah, I think that's definitely like a really good idea to have with all of the options we have here. Is like, well, like the social media will definitely be virtual, but like I think everything we're gonna need to make sure we have like an online component. Yeah, it's a really good idea. Okay. All right, so I think I will just like, again, for like clarification, the country club like is like kind of maybe stickers for sure. The 5K Strides in Solidarity is like for sure, and then the social media and like GoFundMe is the other for sure one. Okay, cool.
This is also really next semester too. Like if we want to focus on like the stickers and the 5K right now, like the GoFundMe, of course, but I'm saying in addition to that, those use one of the other options.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I like the idea of having 2 events as well. Because we have until, I don't know when they're like counting like or like closing the fundraising goal, but I know it's definitely not until like April or May. It might be May because I know a lot of the teams are like cyclical around like school years because there's a lot of high school and college teams. So yeah, we have plenty of time, and I think doing 2 is a great option as well. And I'll put like 1 per semester.
So, I think we'll probably pop back on in a second. Oh wait, are you back?
Yeah, my internet went out because my life is amazing. Okay, anyway, let me share that again. Okay, but yeah, I don't know if you heard, but I love the idea of having like 1 for each semester. It's really, and like maximizing fundraising profits. Okay, cool. And like I said, the link for this is going to be in the slides that we'll send out on Thursday. So if you want to like add more or like take notes or like just anything, like you're totally welcome to like do that. I don't know why this is a thing. Get out of here. Okay, cool. All right, so does anyone else want to add anything to the document before we like move on? Okay, Cool. I'll go back to the slides here. Okay. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Okay, so this was a photograph that was featured in the An Awesome Partnership for Good. Like, that's the title of the John Green collaboration, I believe, or like the article at least. But I just thought like this is such like, one, it's like a stunning photograph and like the colors are amazing, but also I feel like it really just captures like there's so many like potential like patients here. Like it's just, I don't know, I just love it. I think it's a great photo. So does anyone have any questions or like want to bring up something that they saw in the video today and like want to talk more about? I'll say one thing just to kind of like start it off because like I love talking, so I could do it forever. One thing from the video that I really thought was like so critical is that like even though John Green is like, and like ourselves are asking for like financial contributions, like your like mental contribution and like paying attention and like being aware of everything is like so critical too, because you can only like change the injustices that you know about. And I was just like, yeah, that's exactly why we're doing what we're doing. Because like, let's be real, we're semi-broke college students. Like there's not a whole lot we can do in terms of like financial contributions, but like we are here like donating our time and like our effort, which is like really important. And I just want everyone to like be proud of ourselves for that, I think, because like we are like inciting change in like a really important way. And we have to like encourage others to do the same thing. So that was one thing I really liked about the video.
I just think the videos are a really great introduction to what we all talk about. Like at first it gave us like like what maternal health is, what it's like in Sierra Leone, like and the need for improvement and the importance of improving immediately. And just also it shows, when Kate was talking about before, how much could change from so little work. Like they've only been there for a little while and they already have electricity and ambulance system and all these things. So like we just have to keep building on that change in order to like see actual improvement and permanent improvement. So I just think it shows like how much we could really do if we all come together. So I just think it's important to remember that we're not just in here in a college meeting, like we're actually benefiting and actually like helping people around the world, which is so empowering.
Love it, Alexis. I love it. Anyone else? A non e-board member, perhaps? or you know, one of my lovely team leads, because you guys are awesome. So okay. Any questions is also like super relevant. If there's any questions about like what we're fundraising for, or like why, or like how much are we going for?
Currently, I do not have any question. It's just like I really have to adjust my schedule so I can really devote my time as well. I really feel bad I'm not as involved as I should be, but I'll work on it.
Okay, well, thanks, Suse. We appreciate you being here regardless of how much time, because I know you're a very like passionate person about this. So anyway, you're here is a great contribution, and we'll figure it out. We'll work with your schedule. We are not expecting like give us 55 hours a week, please and thank you. It's not quite like that. But yeah, it'll be good.
Okay.
It'll be good. Okay, I'll go to the next slide then. So for this, there's a few things if Alexis wants to like touch on them.
So we made a group meet that you guys could join instead of like relying on the emails, just to remind you about when we have meetings coming up and important like deadlines, info, all that kind of stuff. So Julia put that in the link so everyone could join whenever you have a chance. Also, we'll put it in the email just so you have it. If you forget to do it now, no problem. And also the biggest thing is just keep networking and recruiting. It's only our second meeting. I'm so glad you guys are here. And for those who came back, again, thank you so much for coming. And I just think it's important to just keep networking, because yes, we're doing great work and like things are going to be, so I'm so excited for this year, but then we could make the biggest impact with the more people we have. So we want to just keep growing and telling everybody our story and making them want to get involved in any way they can, whether that be donating or if they're a college student want to join our network, or someone at a different school want to join their engaged program, who knows. So I think just keep networking and recruiting and all that kind of stuff. And also I realized that you don't necessarily have to think like, oh, I know this person in my public health class is going to want to be involved, because it's such a general issue that people may want to get involved regardless of what their field is. So I think that it's really cool to, so don't forget about your classmates, people in other clubs, roommates, friends, neighbors, everything. So yeah, I just think it's really important to just keep the networking and recruiting going up so that we can make the biggest impact we possibly can.
Yes. And then also, if you don't get like our weekly newsletter, which goes out on Thursdays, you can click here and it'll take you, you'll just put in your name and your email. I think most of you guys are, but if you're not, feel free to. We'll send out like videos you can watch and links to the website and like updates on our next meetings and the slides to the previous meetings. And yeah, so that's like all we had for today. I think a nice way to close it out, I know my team knows I love doing this, is Rosebud Thorn. And so I'm gonna offer the opportunity for us to do that now. So I'll explain it a little bit more. So it's kind of just like an exercise where you like can reflect on your day. So your rose is like the highlight of your day. Your bud is something you're looking forward to either like tonight or tomorrow or like in the next few days. And then your thorn is like something that you wish you could have like done better or would have gone better. So I'll go first to kind of give like a better example. So my rose was probably working. Honestly, I had such a great time working on the slides for today. I figured out like how to do links and like add the little corner details, and like I did a mirror image of a graphic, y'all. Like I was up in that technology. It was so fun. It was so fun. It took like 4 hours and I wasted so much time, but it was great. And then my bud is probably I think my bud will be that tomorrow I don't have any classes, because that's always a nice feeling. And then my thorn is that I had a lecture today that was like an hour and a half long, and I just wasn't really feeling it. We were talking about Karl Marx, and I was like, we don't need to hear this for 90 minutes. Like, that's just a lot of like anti-capitalism, old social theory from like the 1700s. It was a lot. So that was mine. I'm gonna popcorn someone else. I'll popcorn one of the non-board members. I will popcorn McKenna to go next.
Oh, okay, there we go. I would say my rose today, I finished like this homework project that I was putting off already this early into the school year. But I finished that today and turned that in, so I'm glad to have that done. My bud would be, I guess, oh, I just got a new TV in my room. Never had a TV before, so I'm excited to lay in bed and watch TV. And thorn, wait, what's thorn again? Something that was bad.
Yeah, like something you wish could go better.
Well, my roommates and I are quarantined right now, so that's not the best, but it's fine. We'll get over that soon.
Okay, and then popcorn someone else to go.
Okay, I'll popcorn Alexis.
So my rose of today was that I got to sit outside for a little while, which was nice, and enjoy the fresh air, because I'm usually just trapped in my room studying all day. My thorn is that I have this huge chemistry test next week that I'm dreading and literally not ready for at all. So that's great. And my buzz, something I'm excited for. Well, tomorrow I'm getting my COVID test, so I'm hoping that it's negative. So that's like a potential bud, I guess. Like kind of like we'll see what happens, but I feel okay. So I'm hoping that means something. So that's that. I'll popcorn over to Katie. Are the two Katie's in here?
I can go.
Okay, you
Hey,
got it.
Tyler. Yeah. Yeah, Katie, you.
Okay, hi. My rose is that I got really far ahead on a lot of like my schoolwork and stuff. So I'm like happy to have all that like behind me. My bud is that I'm FaceTiming one of my friends from home this weekend, and I haven't really talked to her since like August or so, so I'm excited to catch up. My thorn is that my roommates and I are also quarantining, but we get to finish quarantining on Sunday, so over halfway there. Right. And I'm gonna popcorn it to the other Katie.
Thank you. My rose. I guess I was kind of productive today, so that was good. My bud, I'm supposed to go, I think I'm going to Easton on Friday, so I'm excited about that. And then my thorn is all the OChem I have to do tonight and this week. So yeah, not great. I'll pass it to Aya.
Okay, my rose is that I got 2 plants today. One of them is across my room, but this is another one of them. My bud, I don't have anything big coming up, but I guess I'm excited to start doing stickers because art is like a nice stress reliever for me. And then my thorn is that today in my Japanese class, I didn't really prepare that well, and it was reading, which is like kind of hard for me. So that was kind of but yeah, overall good day. I'll popcorn to Marissa.
So I don't know what my rose is today. I went to the gym and that was just a nice stress reliever. My bud is that after this I'm gonna make cookies and watch a movie. My thorn is the amount of textbooks I've been having to read, like chapters upon chapters, and I like fall asleep when I read sometimes, and I've been doing that a lot, so it's not good. Okay, wait, is it CJ? CJ? I'm sorry, but you're next.
Hello?
It's your turn.
My turn?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, the sound is really so low, so I'm putting it into my ear the whole time. Uh, so my rose today, what did I do? I spent more than 2 hours in one chair doing my schoolwork without getting up, which I'm able to do about 30 minutes before I get distracted. But today I was able to do 2 hours for the first time in a while. So that was an accomplishment. I'm looking forward to be able to do longer than that and more productive.
Mm-hmm.
And what does the sword mean?
The thorn?
Yeah, so there's rose, there's
So
the
like
second one.
the thorn is like your like least favorite part of your day, I guess.
Least favorite part of the day.
Yeah.
I don't think I have one yet. Well, I'm supposed to pick my dad from the airport. I don't think I will have. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I don't. I'm usually neutral in like every situation, so it's hard for me to say I have like a sad. But I don't know yet. I don't think I will have one for the day, but currently I don't have any.
Well, I mean that's good though. I mean it's better to not have the thorn than like to not have a rose. So that's good.
Okay.
Also, I just sent the link to join the newsletter in the chat for this Zoom meeting because I was thinking about it and I was like, they're only going to get the link if they get the slides, and they're only going to get the slides if they get the newsletter. So like that wouldn't work. So now the link is in the chat for anyone who doesn't get the newsletters. But yeah, thank you so much for doing that with me, you guys. That was honestly my new rose. I love doing those things. And yeah, that's the end of our meeting for today. Thank you so much for coming And we will hopefully see you guys next week. Same time, same place, as Marissa likes to say, because it'll be Zoom. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to stick around. But I think we're done.
Don't forget to
All right. Thank you. Very nice to meet everyone.
Bye, Cisse.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay.
Bye. Thanks, guys. Yes, team.
I think that was really